Have you ever had to answer a question that you just were not prepared to answer? Or do you ever worry about what might happen, but then it never really happens? Or do you get stressed out when things do not go as you had planned? Well, that was me. I would get totally stressed and frustrated and fearful anytime I was not prepared or things did not go my way. And I want to share an example. So I had an opportunity about 10 years ago to take a course, an improv course. And I remember on the very first day, there were 17 of us in the class, and we all had to take turns introducing ourselves and saying why we were taking the course. And I was third from the end to go, and I was stressing out about this. Now, I didn't have to study for this. I know what my name is. I don't have to be a rocket scientist to know why I was taking the class. I knew that too. But I was getting really worried about it. Now, I was trying to also pay attention to all these other people in front of me that were introducing themselves because they knew there'd be some type of name game. And I'm like, okay, try to listen. But I was mostly in my head going, what am I going to say? How am I going to say it? Oh my God. And I was really stressing myself out. Now, by the time it got to me, my heart was like beating out of my chest. I had this lip quiver and this annoying eye twitch that just would not stop. And I blurted out my name and why I was doing the course, and I went beet red, and I was like exhausted. I was so exhausted. And I'm like, this is crazy. Why do you do this to yourself? Now, I've always been an extrovert, and I've always loved the stage. I used to do musicals and plays, but the difference is that I could practice and practice and practice and know I'd get it right because I'd practiced. But the problem for me, was real life. Anytime situations such as going to a networking meeting, having to introduce myself, that felt really uncomfortable. Talking to upper management, I was worried about looking dumb. Even playing Trivia Pursuit with friends, I didn't want to look like an idiot. So all of these fears were coming up, and on this day of this improv class, I'm like, okay, now you're worried just saying your name in front of a group of people. This is ridiculous. It's time to get over yourself. So I vowed from that day to get over myself. And I created strategies to start flipping my thought patterns, because that was my problem, because my thoughts were creating my reality. So doing improv combined with these strategies was basically a fear of failure boot camp for me. And I was a different person. I was a different person after that. I was able to do a speech and throw away my notes, introduce myself to anyone or any group of people, no problem. I had so much confidence that I was able to quit my job and finally follow my passion. Now, I had noticed other people in other situations, friends of mine or just acquaintances, seeing people in situations that other people had this fear of failure going on too. And I'm like, look where I am now. Look what I have to share. I'm like, this is awesome. So that's what my passion is helping other people to transform through the power of laughter and play. I've had people who just needed to tweak their skills and have like an hour with me, or people who needed 3 days or 3 months. But the great thing is once you have the tools to be able to lighten up, you can just take the time you need to get rid of your fear of failure and inject yourself with creativity. And that's where I want to go right now, is help to inject you with some creativity, give you a tip. So right now you can make a difference in your performance right away the next time you're going to a meeting or doing a presentation or doing an athletic event. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to get a CD, make a CD or get a music selection on your iPod or iPhone of all of your favorite songs. Now, it has to be the songs that automatically make you smile, the ones that just make you feel fantastic. And what I want you to do is listen to this selection before going to that meeting, doing that presentation. Immerse yourself in the music. Feel how amazing it is, that energy that you're creating inside. When you walk into that room, you're going to radiate that positive energy out. Everyone's going to feel it. And the great thing is because you've unleashed your creativity, if any obstacles are thrown your way, you'll be able to see those obstacles as opportunities. So I'm Jacquie Hermans. I'm helping you to lighten up through the power of laughter and play.